Hello, everybody. Welcome to Fridays with Father. Again, this is Deacon Felix Garcia, Pastoral Assistant for Liturgy. And as you know, sometimes when we come to Mass, there is a lot of preparation before Mass. And in this area is where happen a lot of the preparation for us to celebrate in a very organized and flow way or Eucharist. Sometimes we don't realize, but there is a lot of people working before Father and the deacon and the choir start singing, preparing all the things for the altar, make sure that everything is right for the celebration. And I have Shirley with me today. Shirley is one of the leads of the sacristan, and she's always taking care that everything here is prepared with all the team of the sacristan. By the way, we need to say thank you to them for all the job that they do. So I would like to introduce Shirley, and she's going to share with us what is here, what is in the sacristy, what they do before. Well, probably she won't share all in the standard way, but she's going to share with us a little bit of what happened before Mass here in the sacristy.
Good morning, Shane. Thank you, Deacon. Like Deacon said, my name is Shirley Buckmeyer. I've been a sacristan here at St. Joseph's for 20 plus years. It's a great honor to be a sacristan. If you've ever thought about it, it's something you might want to pray about and then ask Deacon if you could get involved. We have daily Mass sacristans and we have Sunday and Holy Day sacristans. So it's something just about anybody can do, but it's a very special way to volunteer. It just leaves you feeling very good. It's the closest you're going to get to what goes on at the altar. So if you think about it, when there's a big celebration in your house, there's a lot of people doing different parts of the celebration. We're the people that set the table. We're the people that put out the vessels and do all of the cleaning of the vessels afterwards. In this sacristy back here, we house all of those vessels. And over here, this is our safe. This is where we keep all of the gold vessels, all of the special ciboriums and chalices. Father's special chalices here that he was given when he was ordained. We have other chalices that belong to the church. So everything from little ciboriums that we use for low gluten hosts, and just people take them out to take communion home to their families. So if that's something you ever need, there's a sign up here that says PICS, and you have to ask for one and then sign out and make sure you bring it back. Down here, we have all of our small ciboriums. When you're going to communion, you'll see the Eucharistic minister is holding one of these ciboriums. That's how we help distribute communion to everyone. And we have all of the cups that we used to use when we were allowed to have the blessed blood of Christ. Someday we'll go back to that, but for the time being, they're in here being maintained and kept very safe. Up here, it's kind of hard to show you. This is the monstrance. This is our very blessed monstrance that we use every Tuesday for adoration. So we've been asking for new adorers. We need more people for adoration. This is what happens on Tuesday morning. During the end of Mass, the monstrance is brought out. Father puts the blessed consecrated host in there, and then we have adoration until 7 o'clock at night. And then the person that closes adoration brings the monstrance, removes the blessed sacrament, puts it back into the tabernacle, and then brings that back here until next Tuesday. Okay, over here on the counter is where we do our setting up. When we come in, we like to put all of the vessels that we're going to use for that day on the counter so that we don't forget something, because invariably you start setting up, and when you take things out to the table, the credence table where we put the vessels before Mass, someone's going to stop and ask you a question and you're going to forget something. So it's super important to make sure you put everything out here ahead of time so that you see what you have left as you're going through this. All of these things, except for the chalice and this gold ciborium, they're both kept in the safe. But everything else we keep up here. And so we come in and we get these things out of this table, this cupboard here, so that we make sure we have everything, all of our purificators, the corporals, everything that goes on the chalice, they're all in these cupboards here. So, excuse me. And then when Mass is over, these all get put over here by the sink. When Mass is over, all of the vessels are brought in. People help. The Eucharistic ministers help bring things back. So we have it sitting here. But then the gold chalices, the gold ciboriums, they're rinsed in the sink. This is a sacrarium that goes directly to the ground. It doesn't pass any pipes or anything, directly to the ground. So if there's any little speck left that we don't keep, we rinse it, we pour it in a glass, but if we miss something, it goes right down into the ground. So everything is rinsed very thoroughly here, and then everything that isn't the solid gold is then washed over in this sink. All of the corporals and towels are rinsed in this sink also, in case they might have any precious blood from Father when he's celebrating. And we just want to make sure everything is perfectly cleaned, and then it's hung in here to dry before it goes underneath here where we have a basket for linens to be cleaned. So when these are dry tomorrow morning, they'll go in the basket under the sink. That's another volunteer that does linens. They come and get the towels and the ciborium, the corporals and the purificators every other week, and they take turns. And if someone is so inclined, if they like to do laundry and they like to iron, it's a very easy way to help volunteer for the church. So Chris Toogood is in charge of that ministry, and if you would like to get more involved in that, I'm sure she would love to hear from you, or let the deacon know and he can point you in the right direction also. The other important part of setting up for Mass is the books. And here we have the books for the Mass, both English and Spanish. So depending on which Mass you're setting up for, you have your own set of books. We have the notebook that gives us the reflections for the day. This always gets set up each morning for the daily Mass. And on weekends, it's part of, we have our own lectionary for daily Mass, and then we have lectionaries for the weekend Mass. And the Book of the Gospels comes out on the weekend. So there's just a whole lot of extra books to learn about. It's not overwhelming. It's easy to follow. And Deacon Felix or Deacon Jose or Deacon Tom, one of them's always in here to help you. And a lot of times Father Gary's here, and he's helped me too because I've gotten confused. So we have special order of Christian funerals. So when there's a funeral, we have that. And we have even the children's liturgy, but we have celebration of Mass, which is a celebration of a wedding. So this is one that I really like to serve when they're having weddings. It's good to see the young people get married here in our church.
Well, in the other part of the sacristy, we have the vestment, but we're going to take a little bit of more time another day to explain more about the vestment. Thank you, Shirley, for today, Fridays with Father. Thank you, everybody, and we look forward to see you on Sunday at 9 a.m. In English. The Mass is in English, 11:30 in Spanish, and 5 p.m. in English. God bless you.